big day for at Sweet Leaf Aquaponics. We're gonna take a tour of his place now instead of our place. He's got some crazy stuff. I'm just gonna let him lead the way and take it over to Florida.
All right, thanks guys. Come on in. I've got a constant flood aquaponics system here, and this blue tank probably has about 30 pounds of catfish. They're really almost impossible to see, but this is the highest point in the whole aquaponics system. From this water level, everything flows gravity through another fish tank and then all of the grow beds around on that side. We got a small water pump that pumps the water that's piped underground up to the top of the system. And I just kind of keep it covered, keep the sun off of it a little bit.
So everything just drains in and it gets pumped back into the fish tank.
Right. And all of these beds are interconnected underground by piping so that the water flows from this bed over to that one, down to that end, over to that side, down to that end, over to there, and then the final pump pulls from that bed.
Right here comes over back in.
We've got two different kinds of mint growing here.
Cuban oregano,
a couple of little starters, Cuban oregano.
Can you show us what the roots look like? Because this is from the fish tank, right?
What you want to see.
It's the fish. Wow. That's the roots, and all this is from the fish tank, where all the excrement is actually the good stuff and is the food for these guys. That's just the root system is crazy. I love it.
And those I just took cuttings and stuck them right in there. So those roots are all just
That's what you
come from. Yep. And I'm trying to testing out some other things, like these couple little basil plants. The basil's starting to grow. All right. And then there's a tomato right there. I just rooted that. So it's kind of a good way to root things too. You know, you're putting it in water, but this is nutrient-rich water. Lemongrass is also a little starter plant. Delicious plant. I think Nancy gave you a bite of that. That was pretty nice to do. I built the whole system around so that I have these mango trees, basically two that are really fruiting well right behind you.
Wow, look at this. He's got so many.
An idea.
These are little yellow guys?
Namdok, yep.
Namdok, the Indian
yellow mango.
Right. Yellow mango.
We had a citrus here that died, so we turned it into a dragon fruit trellis. So that's looking pretty good. Try to get a lot of shade. You know, right now it's late in the afternoon, but in the very middle of the day, this is mostly full sun, except for down at the other end.
That's the Mame tree.
Mame.
Hey, Mame. What's up, Mommy?
Really nice black bamboo.
Black bamboo. This is awesome. These things, you can't see the scale of this.
Kind of like a royal here. This is and when you get new shoots, it actually will sometimes have like a little green stripe in it. Kind of see. Get a little bit of a green stripe there. It's kind of neat. It's
a green stripe on it. This black bamboo is so shiny. Old Spice tree.
Old Spice, yeah, that one. And then the allspice.
Tall Old Spice.
Allspice.
Allspice.
I don't have it right here, but I'm gonna put another small tree, the curry tree back here too. So
oh, nice.
All the different smells. This is a key lime, and it's not doing too good, but it does have the nice kind of lime smelling.
Oh yeah, that's
can't go wrong with
try that. Nice.
And we love the bamboo, so it gives us some great privacy and everything. And besides bamboo and mangoes, those are kind of our two favorite. And I got another mango seedling back there, and papayas. Carambola's over here as well.
Okay, carambola's over here. Look, we have those nice fat bananas hanging off of that tree too. We'll see when we get around there.
Yeah, we got two good bunches starting to.
This is a great canopy.
There's a lot of bananas on that one. That's probably one of the fullest bunches we've had.
Yeah, they look pretty fat too. Look at those little suckers. Pretty nice.
It's actually a wild cotton plant. I don't know if you've ever seen cotton.
Oh.
Well, when this blooms out, it's got a real pretty pink flower, and then when the flower dies, it becomes like a pod with a bunch of cotton in there. It's like
Cotton.
It's almost like a hibiscus flower.
Cotton.
And this area is all my wicking beds, which are another closed system where there's a pond liner on the bottom, and you don't really have to water them very much because it holds all the water from the rain, and we fill it up when we first get it built in. These ones aren't really planted up nice yet, but if we go around the corner, we'll find some good ones.
So inside most of these, you have a composter bin, which you put your food in there. Got some really rich soil.
I have to show you the worm bin, maybe. This guy, this tomato, and there's one other, are the Everglades tomatoes. And they've got
They just propagated
Hundreds.
themselves.
they're volunteers.
They volunteered.
Hundreds of little tomatoes in here. And this is about as big as they get, but they're delicious. They're like candy tomatoes.
Everglades tomatoes, they are good.
All right.
Volunteers too. The dragon fruit over here, right next to you.
That one I just have in a pot, and we planted it next to here, and it's been growing up the tree pretty well. A taro plant. Taro is like the ancient Hawaiian plant that
Taro?
they use the root, kind of like a potato. And there's a dish called poi, which is a Hawaiian kind of grain or something that I've never made it yet, but we're
You make it
starting
out
to
of
get
the
a
root?
pretty good patch here. You use the root. They have these like balls that are kind of like potatoes on the root that come off of it. And
Wow. We have some oranges growing up in there. You can see there's a couple fatties. Wow.
yeah,
Looking
those
good.
are a sour orange, a rootstock orange that are great for marinades.
Oh,
and,
okay. Not for eating for lunch.
margaritas.
Oh, look at these are mustard beets, right?
Yeah, these two beds here we kind of have also wicking beds.
Wicking
pond
bed.
liner.
That's where the water goes in, and there should be a drain around here somewhere where it comes out.
The
It
drain's
fills up.
right around the back here. You can see that pipe going
So when you
towards
fill
mulberry.
fill it up, it doesn't overflow and raise up in here. Small wicking bed bucket.
Same concept as, say, the earth box, if you've ever heard of that, or they call them grow boxes.
There's
It's
a
kind of a
hole right
knockoff.
here. That's the drain hole. And Dave has a piece of pipe through there, and no doubt he has the composted stuff, the paper, the cardboard on top of that, and then the soil on top of that. And we got a tomato in there.
We've been eating a lot of nice mustard greens. We have chives pretty much anytime we want chives. We just chop as much as we want. And starting to do some pickling to make cucumbers. Couple okra in here. This plant that's getting eaten up is called callaloo, and that's like a Jamaican spinach. It's a delicious plant when you boil the leaves. And this vine that's coming out of here is passion fruit.
Yes, it is.
And you'll get the little passion fruit balls with the
flowers.
seeds. And then we got a pineapple patch over here, and a few
Pineapple
papayas, pomegranate.
Everything from seed bait. Have you
Most
did your
everything.
mangoes the way you do your mangoes? Tell us.
Well, with the mangoes, I've been picking a tree that's got a ton of fruit, and what we'll do is we'll cut like 20 fruit, skin it, and put it in a bag and freeze it. But just take the fruit, and then with all the skins and the slop and the seeds, I throw them in this trough over here, and put a little bit of dirt on top, and basically what you see is all the sprouted seeds.
So they pop up where they pop up.
They pop
Was it
up
like you're
in
gonna
this
plant
area,
6 inches apart, and when they come up, that you just planted like they plant.
and then I'll dig them out. Once they get a little bit bigger, I'll dig them out and put them in a pot, and hopefully give them to friends or give them to grow somewhere else. The one big mango tree in the middle of my yard is one that I grew from seed, and it was in the ground
Gigantic.
about 3 years, and we got our first fruit. And I thought that was amazing, because everybody says, oh, you plant it from seed, you won't get fruit ever, or 10 years. And that one we got fruit in 3 years, and then it skipped a year, and in the 5th year, it was a full tree full of fruit, which...
Wow, and it is loaded with fruit. I mean, if you saw this tree, it's loaded with fruit. Everywhere you look, you can see them hanging off. They get big?
They're about 1.25 pounds to 1.5 pounds. They're at least a 1 pound mango, a red blush mango, similar to a Hayden, but this one has a lot less fiber. It's a real smooth orange mango, orange fruit.